Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome to my channel. Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Boipelo and today we are doing a first time tag. Before we get into the video, please like, comment, do share if you want to, and of course hit that subscribe button and hit the bell next to it so you get notified, you know what I'm saying? So let's get into this video. The first one is my first fight. My first fight was, I don't know. I'm not a fighter. I don't know. The only fight I remember is in school, in primary school. Guys, I don't know if you all know this place. Primary, and these two girls were like, catch me outside, how about that? And I was like, okay. I'm not a fighter, but I am no coward either. Okay, so I waited. Like our transports, you know, after school they lined up. Literally, they lined up at the gate. And I walk at the gate. I buy some snacks. You know, I buy some snacks from those ladies. Put them in my bag, and I wait. I waited, guys. I wait. And they show up. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's do this. And then we're there, like, okay. And then this one transport driver was like, Lira, what are you doing? Because now it looked like they were ganging up on me, which is they were, because it was two of them and one of me. So he was like to them, like, what are you doing? Go to your transport and go home. And yeah, they ran off and then I left. So that was the first fight I remember. First movie I remember seeing, Sarafina. I was afraid of it. I remember I was really afraid of that movie. It was traumatizing as a kid. So I think I only watched it in high school and made sense and understood why it was traumatizing. First drunk experience, I don't drink, I don't smoke, so nah. First crush, I don't remember having a crush. I don't have a crush today. Like, I don't remember I don't do crushes, guys. First BF, I was in grade 10, 16 years old, and it was a long distance relationship because I asked my mom, like, if I could date in grade 9, and she was like, nah. And so when this guy asked me out, I was like, nah, fam, my family says no. But then I was like, but this dude lives in Durban, and I am in PTA. Let's do this. My first kiss was with my first boyfriend, and we started dating March of grade 10, and then we kissed December of grade 10. Our first date was with my first boyfriend, and we went to the movies, and he's a terrible movie watcher. Like, he's one of those who should just watch movies on their laptop alone in a room somewhere, locked in the dark. Like, he was so loud. He's an attention seeker. Like, his legs was all up in people's chairs, and he was loud, and he was trying to grab me, like he was trying to like be all lovey-dovey with me. And I was just like, because I was just like, I am not with you. We are not together. My first heartbreak is with my current boyfriend. My first heartbreak was with him. We broke up like 6 months into our relationship. He broke up with me 6 months into our relationship. First sexual encounter was with my current boyfriend. I was 20 years old, and yeah. My first breakup was with my first boyfriend, as I said, right after we kissed, because like the movie date was not good. The kiss was just like, okay, cut it. My first love was with my ex. My first makeup item, probably a lip gloss. I don't do makeup. My first time at a club, I was attending fashion show. Yeah, a family friend, and it happened to be at a club, so I had to like go to a club. And first time I was bullied by a teacher in grade 2, and it then caused the students to bully me. So I had been living in Ekurhuleni, and then I had to go back home for grade 2. So I got home, and this teacher was like a family friend, and I guess she had an issue with me being from Joburg and all that, and she was just like, "Just a girl, you think you're better than everyone," and I'm just like. So that literally made everyone bully me. So she is the reason why I got bullied, and I was bunking school because of her. And then I would literally walk out of home, walk with everyone else, because like the school is close to home and everyone walks past our house to go to the school. Like it's on the same street almost. They use that street to get to the school. So kids are walking past, so I walk out, walk with them. And I would sit under a tree at a corner, and someone saw me and they told my aunt. And so my aunt the next day was like, because I would sit under that tree, and then when everyone comes back from school, I walk back with them. So my aunt the next day was like, okay, cool, we're going to school together today. Like, we're gonna go to school at 11 a.m. She was like, 11, we are going to school. I'm like, but I'm gonna be late. She's like, yeah, 11, we're going to school. So we literally, 11 a.m, we're leaving the house. No, we left before 11, maybe like 10:30. Took my cousin to creche, and we like walk. At the creche was past the school. So you walk past the school to go to the creche, and you come back. So we walked and then came back and walked into the school. And she was like, you go in first and I will come in like a minute after, like a couple of seconds after you sit down, I'll come in to the class. And I was like, okay, cool. And it was literally like 11:05 because I walked in, and the deputy principal was like walking around, and he's like, why are you so late? And I'm just like, I don't know what to say, because I'm just like, we didn't discuss what reason I must give. It was just so I'm just like stuttering there. He's like, don't do it again. I was like, thank you. And then I was like, I won't. So, and then I walk into class, and so she was at it again, like shading me there. And my aunt literally walks in after I sit down. And she is like, my aunt is very loud. My aunt is loud. My aunt is physical. My aunt hits first and asks questions later. She walks in. I'm afraid that, oh my God, it's about to get physical. But because this woman was a family friend who went to church with my grandmother, my aunt didn't. She was just like, you are not going to be, you can't be the teacher and be the reason why a child bunks school at the same time. You can't do that. And the teacher would also slap us, right? She had never hit me, but it was bound to happen, because like, we're learning, we're gonna get stuff wrong. So my aunt was like, you will not lay a hand on her. But guys, I am paraphrasing, and also I'm very calm. This person was loud. Teachers came to that classroom. They called the principal. The principal didn't even want to step into the class. He was at the door like, what's going on? Can we speak calmly? So it was a whole thing, right? And that was my first bullying experience with a teacher, guys. Hey, the first time I got into trouble at school, it was with another teacher in high school in grade 10, I think. That time I'm new at the school, guys. So we had a Setswana teacher, home language, and she would not teach us. She would just come into class telling us about her life, judging us, and like telling us how we're not good enough, and good enough for her kids, especially us girls. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she would see maybe there's like dirt on your table, like, you would never be my son's wife. I don't want a girl who does 1, 2, 3. And it was just like, okay, like. And then they made a terrible mistake of calling a parents meeting on a Sunday, saying that we should be present, we should come with our parents. And everyone was like, yeah, we need to tell our parents about this teacher. She doesn't teach us. Like, literally, guys, our books were not signed at all. Like, she wasn't even checking our books for home. Like, she wasn't doing anything. Like, we would just submit assignments and what. Like, sometimes she'd come and then we'd read, but our books were not signed. So people were just like discussing, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. I was like, okay, cool. I'm not coming to this meeting. Yeah, I don't want drama, okay? And guess who went to that meeting? Hit first, ask questions later. Was the one who was going to the meeting because my mom was living in Krugersdorp at the time. She comes to the meeting, she goes, and this teacher is literally avoiding. I don't know who tipped her off that the students are complaining about her. She apparently was avoiding our classroom, because then teachers wait in the class with students and the teachers come in one by one, for each subject. So they're waiting for the Setswana teacher. She's not showing up. I don't know if the other teachers were like, you in trouble, because she was hiding in the staff room. The parents had to go fetch her, and apparently my aunt told her gag, because my aunt was like, she came back from the school, she was like, why didn't you tell me about your Setswana teacher? And I'm like, tell you what? And she's like, I got to the school, everyone said, exposed her. All the students were complaining about her. We checked your books, the books are not signed, and it's just like, what is this person doing? We literally, my aunt is telling me this, we were on her ass. She was hiding and we had to go fetch her, and I told her gag. And I told her your name. I gave her your full name. I showed her where you sit, and I told her not to give you any problems. Otherwise, I will take a day off. So I kind of was in trouble, because when I got to school, it was me and this other girl. This girl, her dad was with my aunt, and they went to fetch her from the staff room, and the dad was holding this lady. So there were rumors now of the dad slapped her, because obviously she came out of the classroom bawling. So now it's just they hit her and stuff like that. But they didn't. My aunt was just like, I told her. And then the students, when I got to school, they were like, when your aunt was telling her gag, your aunt was telling her about her blonde weaves, and because this lady used to wear very youthful things like blonde weaves and blonde eyebrows and navy blue eyebrows. It was a whole thing, lipsticks, and she was very bougie, guys. And so my aunt got there and told her, and she was in her 50s or something, for late 40s, early 50s, I don't know. And my aunt told her I've never met someone so old trying to look young. I was just like, guys, this is not impressing me in any way, because then she told her my full name. And literally after that, this lady came into class and was so, she gave everyone an attitude. She gave all of us an attitude. And she was like, if you want to talk to me, write me a letter and bring it to me after the class or something. And I was just like, and then we had an assignment, submitted it. This lady loses my assignment and tells me she doesn't know where it's at. I need to go look for it myself. Guys, it got me into whew. Yeah. Anywho, the first thing I do when I wake up, it literally just went where. Anyway, the first thing I do when I wake up is try to go back to bed. No, I kiss my baby first, because she wakes me up. And then I kiss her, and then I kiss her, and they're like, let's sleep. And she's like, no. I'm like, let's sleep. She's like, no. Yeah. My first cooking experience, I was in grade 10. And I wasn't interested in learning how to cook. I was just like, no. The first thing I learned to cook was bap, obviously, because I was living with my grandparents at the time. But I don't know how to cook bap anymore. I feel like I erased it from my mind, because I'm just like, I don't want to learn how to cook bap. Also, I don't eat it. So, yeah, I have good reason. I don't eat it. But also, I didn't want to learn how to make bap. I was just like, no. And my grandmother was like, who's going to marry you? And I'm just like, I marry a white person if I have to. Am I gonna marry a man who's like, no. Asking for pap. Sorry. Anywho, that was my first time tag. I know you guys are just here for the first sexual encounter. You probably didn't watch the rest. You probably skipped to sexual encounter. And then after you're like, okay, nothing interesting. Bye. Anyway, if you watched the whole thing, thank you so much. Mwah. I'll see you in my next video. Subscribe and hit that bell right next to it. And I'll see you in my next video.